good in the web? This is your boy Q the Geek, and I know I'm off of E3, which was last week, and I did not do anything Nintendo. But the first and foremost thing that I want to say, and I know I'm gonna get hammered for this, Nintendo did not win E3. And now I know, boo, yeah, I get it, I understand that the millions and millions of fanboys and fangirls are upset and have been hammering people online about Nintendo not winning. However, Nintendo did have a very great E3. If I had to grade it, I would say it was a B+, which is above average. That's damn near an A. I still would give the nod to Sony, mainly because of its consistency, and even though a lot of the games we've seen at this E3 2017, we've seen at E3 2016, the sheer magnitude of how many games Sony continues to deliver is mind-boggling. It's almost like those old PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo and Genesis games where they just ported out so many games that it was something there for pretty much everybody. But the reason that Nintendo got a B+, in my opinion, rather than an A and taking the nod from Sony, even though they announced, even if it was just a screenshot of a logo of Metroid Prime 4, Nintendo has still decided to do their own thing, which in some cases is good, but in a lot of cases and in the recent history has been a bad thing for Nintendo, which it's not so bad. But again, Nintendo is confusing me and they're missing the mark with more than a few things. One mainly being, why are we still talking about the 3DS? Why are we still talking about the 3DS? The moment that the Nintendo Switch was announced, I don't want to say the production of the 3DS should have stopped. Okay, the production of the 3DS should have stopped. Yet they made the 2DS. And I understand that they're giving and catering to the younger generation of kids whose parents don't feel that they can trust them with a $300 machine. And it's still a whole bunch of people who have 3DS games. But that's thinning their market yet again. Can we bring back some Golden Sun? I was really hoping to see that. And can we bring back some custom Robo? And can we bring some other ports, since they have another working relation with Square Enix and with Capcom and Namco Bandai? Can we bring some of the old games that we didn't get from the 90s, 80s, and even from the 2000s and present day that we can bring as, and I know ports again, but ports like some Tales of Fantasia from the 90s, or in Star Ocean, the original ones that we didn't get. Something like they just did with K's Story, which I think is a very great idea. And I didn't see anything about Mother 3. I would have loved to be able to see some Pilot Wings, and you know what would have been nice? Some Punch Out, or something else that was focused more on what they're going to do for the future, other than just a big blockbuster game that we have no actual time or release date for. Is Metroid Prime going to be a first-person shooter, since the other 3 Primes were a first-person shooter? I personally would like to see them do something like an action-based game. Now, I know we're getting that on the 3DS and 2DS, but again, are we still talking about the 3DS and 2DS? Scratch that and just make the game, the graphics as is, and put it to the Nintendo Switch. That's at least my opinion with it, because the Nintendo Switch is a really good system thus far, but we don't want to lose any steam for it, which it hasn't, even though E3 isn't Nintendo's main strong suit. And for the many people who thought that this E3 was going to be some kind of great surprise for Nintendo, or some kind of revelation where all these third-party companies like Take-Two and Bethesda was going to make more than just, you know, a 2011 port of Skyrim, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Nintendo still has yet to reach that forefront of even the Wii success, where third-party companies right now are forced to make these games for them just to keep up. I was really hoping that it might be an announcement of a Call of Duty, but there wasn't. And even though I'm not the biggest COD head, I will say that I understand the significance of games like Call of Duty, as well as Madden, as well as FIFA, as well as NBA games, baseball games, and games that get the casual gamer. Now, what I'm estimating or believing is going to happen is that more third-party companies are going to be forced to jump on board right after this holiday season. And yes, I did not mention Mario Odyssey, so relax. A Mario Odyssey is an amazing game. Once again, Nintendo has reinvented a character that we've been knowing for plus 30 years and gave him a new, unique world. And not to mention the Mario Rabbids game, which takes Mario RPG with Ubisoft's Rabbids characters and brings it into a new type of RPG element, strategy-based game, which looks good. However, I really wish that Square could have did something with that, because I am Team Gino and been waiting for him to have another appearance in something. But these were the reasons that I could not fully give Nintendo the W, even though they came in a second place, a close second place to Sony. Sony has just been so damn consistent as of late when it comes to, since the PlayStation 4, after they realized what they messed up with the PlayStation 3. And I didn't even mention Xbox One X, which I would give a C, a solid grade, because most people that are gonna pick up the Xbox are very much into PC and like the graphical elements of the games and want to play a game at the best graphical capabilities that they can get. But this has been your boy Q with my news, notes, and how I felt Nintendo did at E3. If you didn't like this video, or if you don't like this video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Make sure you subscribe. Until next time, remember, eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'm out. Peace.